Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a little lidded box and it's cardstock top and bottom, little thumb holes, and the gorgeous Hey Chick on the front. Now you may recognise Hey Chick. This was a Celebration stamp set from, I want to say 2017, might not be right with that, but quite a few years ago. And it was just the stamps, and it has been brought back with dies. And loads of dies. So you've got obviously the chick outlines, but then you've got corn, and you've got a fence, and you've got, or fencing, you've got a signpost, you've got a hen house, eggs, all sorts. So if you already have this one, just go for the dies, or you can buy them as a bundle, you can, whatever, you can go for it. But it was such a popular, it really, really was very, very popular. So I need to, and I've just realised I haven't got any whisper. Oh, I have got, no, I haven't got any whisper white out. What I'm going to do is stamp my Crazy Chick first and let him dry. Wait, seriously, where's my whisper white? Can't see any. Bear with me. Right behind me. So I'm going to stamp my, I'm going to throw him around. I'm going to stamp this and let him dry because I'm using I can't speak, Memento, and I want him to dry before I colour him. So I'm going to stamp him, and then I'm going to die cut him. So little mini embossing machine. I love this thing. If you haven't got one, get one. Seriously, I do far more die cutting now because I have this than I did before. And that's kind of, I'm an impatient crafter. I'm, you know, no, I don't think impatient is the right. I like to make a project reasonably quickly. I don't want to take hours to make it. And that's born from the fact that I'm a busy mum. I'm just using some post-it notes to hold that in place. Yeah, it's not because I don't want to spend time on a project, but just when I was crafting, I would have to make a project, or I wouldn't have very much time to make a project. So it's kind of inbuilt in me to be quick and get it done. And actually having that there means that I'm, I suppose, more varied in my crafting these days than I was before. Isn't he cute? So if you're like me and, you know, because the big machine is a big machine, and this literally just, it sits on my desk. Look at the footprint of it. Let me turn it that way round. So with the handle out of it, not very much. With the handle in, that's on the edge. So it's coming out to a shade over 10 inches, so about 27 centimetres. But it's very small and it's light. Look at that, little finger. Love it. And it just sits on my desk. In fact, you might notice it is in the back of my photographs because it literally is on my desk. Right, let me put the rest of this box together. So you need 2 pieces of cardstock. I've gone for toning that are both 4.5 by 5.5 inches, so 11.5 by 14 centimetres, both the same size. This one was Pretty Peacock and Pool Party. This time I've gone Shaded Spruce and Mint Macaron. Let me just put my chick over here. So they're exactly the same size. And I'm going to do the base first, which is the darker colour. And you score him at 1 inch on all 4 sides, so 2.5 centimetres. All 4 sides. The lid you're going to do the same at the same measurement, but if you have a spare piece of that dark coloured cardstock, use that as a way to adjust your scoring, so that actually what you're scoring is a teeny tiny bit less than 1 inch on each side, or 2.5 centimetres, just a tiny bit less. And what that means is that your lid will have perfect clearance. And actually I do need that bit, so I'm not going to discard that. Right. Let me bring that one in so that you can admire my lovely chick. Isn't he bonkers? Wild man crazy hair. So that's the base. This one is the lid. And actually, before I cut it, what I'm going to do is get my 1.5 inch circle punch, and this is the side, so it's the rectangle here. I'm just going to punch little thumb holders. Not very big, but enough to grab. Okay, let's get a small pair of scissors. So we're going to cut all of them the same way. So cut there and there. And do the same here and here. And keep doing this. So you're going to do the top and the base exactly the same way. And wipe those onto the floor or your lap. And bring in the hoover later. When I've had a crafting session, I have this cordless hoover, and it's really, what is it? Super vac. I'm looking at it because it's just to the left of me. It's one really, it's not going to, vacuum carpets particularly well, but it's fine for hardwood flooring that I have. And I'll come along after I've been crafting. I pick all the big bits up off the floor, and then I fill the flipping thing with all these funny little bits that end up all over the floor. So, right, okay, so I'm going to get some tear and tape, and I'm going to put that onto each of these little panels here. And the same on this one. Actually, you know what? I'm doing things a little bit out of order because I want to do the stamping for the top and get that onto the box before I put it together. So let me just scooch that out to one side. Oh, I didn't give you the finished measurements of the box. Oh, it's 1 inch tall by 2.5 by 3.5, which is, that's inches. And this is 2.5 centimetres, 2.5 centimetres by 6.5 by 9 centimetres. So the 2 layers that are going to sit on the top. So I've taken the same colour that's going to be the base. This is 2 by 3 inches. This is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So in metric, 5 by 7.5, 4.5 by 7. And I'm just going to stamp on this one. So we've got 3 phrases. Hey chick, you're a good egg and have a happy day. I liked a happy day. So I'm going to do the same one again because I like it. So oh, upside down, it's okay. Just random. There we go. So I'm going to stick my white panel to my dark green. And then this one to the top of this box. There we go. And peel off the tape, or the backing for the tape, I should say. Oh, and apparently the tape as well. Oh, that's a bit gummed up. Let's get another bit. So we're going to bring these round to make the sides of the box. So that's the base, and then we'll do the lid. And just form it exactly the same way as the base. Throw it around as well. And that's going to slip over nicely because we made that adjustment before. So that's sitting on there nicely. Actually, that's a tiny bit loose. Let me tighten up one of these a little bit. That should be better. That's better. And then what I'm going to do now is colour in my crazy chick. So I've decided I'm going to go pinks because I went yellows and orange on that one. And I'm going to go pinks with this one. So I've pulled out Flirty Flamingo Pear and Petal Pink. So I'm going to start with the lightest around his face. And down the neck a bit. And then a bit on the neck, into the chest. And a bit more. And then this is the light of the Flirty Flamingo. It's kind of a bit orangey. It's quite nice actually. Quite like that. And he can have pink feet. Because why not? And I'm going to have dark Flirty Flamingo for his tail. And I'm just putting it in a few places, not fully, just scribbling it along. And coming in with the light just to get texture for the hair. Hair? We're calling it hair. I think we can call it hair. I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen a chick or a chicken this colour before. I might be wrong. Okay, and then a couple of dimensionals on the back. What have I put them down under? My instructions. One behind the body, one behind the head. And you could put little Easter treats in there. Oh look, I've forgotten to zoom back out again, but how cute are they? They are too cute. Let me zoom out again. I think they're really cute. Yeah, little chocolate Easter eggs in there. Fabulous. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.